What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another series review. Now, why am I jumping into a series review right now? For this specifically, well, if you didn't know, the second season of the revival of Clone High just dropped. I was gonna go watch that and everything, and then I realized I haven't reviewed the original show on the channel or the first season of the new series. So I figured before I go and watch that, I'd at least record my reviews on those things. Um, so let's go ahead and talk about the very first season or first show, whatever you want to call it. If you haven't seen Clone High, it is very much it is an adult animated film, not animated film, an adult animated series that aired on MTV back between 2002 and 2003, about a group of high school teens, uh, uh, are products of government employees experiment. They are genetically clones of famous historical figures who were dug up and recreated anew. Joan of Arc, Cleopatra, JFK, Gandhi, Abraham Lincoln, and more are don't know what that word is, but the teenagers dealing with teen issues in the 20th century. Um, that is the Rotten Tomatoes description of the show. Um, and I normally don't do this so early into a review, but it's very rare when I find a show that actually has a audience rating and a critic one. So it's got 100% from critics, and a 83 from audiences, which is really cool in my opinion because I heard a lot about this show, and it's done by the same people that um, the Lego Movie and the Spider-Verse films and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and all that stuff. It's done by those guys, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Yeah, those guys. And it is become an extremely big. It was kind of a making the rounds and re getting popularized again, when there were talks about um Phil Lord and Chris Miller's work and everything. And when the episode and then also when we got talks of the revival coming out and everything, and then it got confirmed that it was happening. And the show was just kind of I watched it, I think, before the revival came out. I didn't watch it back when it came out, because when it came out I was like when it came out I was like when it came out I was like I would have been like 1 to 2 years old when it came out. Um, but I think it is a very fun time capsule of the early 2000s. Um, it's funny. It is very well written. The characters are a lot of fun. They have a lot of depth to them. It surprisingly works in the context that it's given. JFK, I have quoted so many quotes from this character. It's funny. Um, and it's playing on the teen stereotypes and problems that teenagers in the 2000s would have um, dealt with, which I think is done in a pretty fun and funny way. Um, with that being said, this entire um, show is just overall a fun ride. There are some episodes that do not hit so well, but most of the jokes are like pretty much good. I don't really remember there being really much of a dull moment in the show. Um, I think two of the fan favorite characters are JFK and Gandhi. I think they are two of the fan favorite characters of this series. Um, if you guys don't know the story about how it got canceled, I'm not gonna go into full on detail on that, but it had to do with Gandhi and everything, and that's why he's not in the current revival. Um, but overall, I think this show is just overall funny and is just done to the just it's just a fun watch. I feel like this show is just one of those shows. It's like very entertaining, very fun, and I think it just overall does what it wants to do and does it well, which I think is just what this kind of show should be. I really do think. Now, if I had to get into some negatives like that, like I said, there are some episodes and some jokes that don't always hit, but when it comes to comedy, it's not always going to hit. Not everything is going to be, oh, everything's funny. Every single joke I just saw in this show hit. I wouldn't say that because sometimes the jokes don't hit. Sometimes they land with flying colors. But sometimes there are just jokes that just don't hit. But then there are some that, like, even after my first viewing, I didn't get, and I went back and watched them, and I'm like, some of the jokes, I was like, whoa, okay. I remember. I actually don't want to go into the jokes if you haven't seen the show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it because like right now would be a perfect opportunity to get caught up on the original and the first season of the revival since season 2 of the revival just came out. Um, but this I think overall it is just really well written, really well acted. It's definitely a product of the 2000s. Like there's not any other like it's definitely this feels like you can watch just one episode and be like 2000s. And there's a lot of things that I was just like I've watched and reviewed that just like give off that 2000s energy, which this show does very interestingly. Like it's like has that 2000s energy down to a T. Um, what is my overall rating of the show? Personally, since I will give it I don't think it's perfect. I think it has its flaws. But I think overall, I would give the show a very, very high 3.5 out of. Actually, no, yeah, 3.5. I think 3.5 is a very good spot to put this. Tell me in the comments, should I change my rating system? Um, but yeah, that's really all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below of Clone High. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it sucks? Do you think it's good? Have you seen the new season? I haven't watched it yet. I actually kind of just wanted to get through these reviews first before I watched the new season. So I'm actually going to be doing that not long after getting off of here. But yeah, overall, this is one of those shows that just is just overall a good time. It's got some issues, but nothing really over the top or I don't know. It's one of those shows that are very much. I feel like most people that watch it enjoy it, and yeah, that's really all I have to say on this show. You guys want to keep an eye out for my review of the first season, and I'm gonna try to review each episode of the series individually. So keep an eye out for that of the second season, not of the first, just of the second. And real quick, while I'm on the topic of episode reviews, I do intend on reviewing the rest of some of the shows I started. Like, and for example, I started reviewing Miss Marvel a while ago, and I need to finish that. I actually watched the next episode of that when I was on a plane not that long ago, so Anyway, that's besides the point. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!